This is Radio Nepal. I'm KAUSHAL GHIMIRE with the news. The headlines first. Closed-door session of the ongoing CPN Maoist Centre's 8th General Convention postponed till today afternoon after failing to go ahead with the election program yesterday. Nepali Congress President Sherbadu Dewa nominates 10 Central Committee members, including Ramchandra Paudel. Prime Minister Dewa says government serious about women's right and women's participation in state apparatus. And 12 people killed in a stampede at Vaishno Devi Temple in Jammu and Kashmir of India. Now the news in detail. The closed-door session of the ongoing CPN Maoist Centre's 8th General Convention was postponed yesterday until today. The General Convention that started 7 days ago has been blamed for failing to elect the new leadership on time. Although the election process started yesterday evening, the session deferred on the ground that the new Central Committee would be elected through a consensus. The postponement followed a proposal by party chair Pushpakamal Dal Prachanda to delay the session until today so as to pick the Central Committee through a consensus stating that a homework for this has been done and additional efforts were needed. The chair was addressing the session at Kamaladi yesterday evening. The closed-door session accepted Chair Dahal's proposal according to a statement released by the party Central Publicity and Publication Committee. Prime Minister and Nepali Congress President Sherbadu Dewa has nominated 10 Central Committee members of the party after his election to the party president from the 14th General Convention of the party. Issuing a press note yesterday, Nepali Congress Chief Secretary Krishna Prasad Paudel said Party President Dewa nominated Ramchandra Paudel, Prakash Man Singh, Bimalendra Nidhi, Vijay Kumar Gatchedar, Krishna Prasad Sitaula, Dr. Prakash Sharan Mahar, Dr. Narayan Khadka, Umar Ekmi, Sujata Koirala and Meen Vishwakarma as Central Committee members of the party. Prime Minister Sherbadu Dewa has said that the government is serious about women's right and women's participation in the state apparatus. Launching a book, Nepali Ka Sapna Adhure, Unrealized Dream of Nepali People, penned by Nepali Congress Central Member Dr. Dila Sangraula yesterday. Prime Minister Dewa noted that Nepal was a special and unique country in bestowing reservation rights to women. He shared that Nepal has established women leadership as the head of the state, speaker and deputy speaker. Citing the example that Nepal is a country having proportional representation of different Dalit, indigenous nationality and backward groups, Prime Minister Dewa pledged to increase women participation and reservation in the structures of the party and the state in the future. Minister for Communications and Information Technology, Gyanendra Bahadur Karki, has said the government is in favour of freedom of expression and press freedom. Addressing the 11th Annual General Assembly of Online Journalists Association in Kathmandu yesterday, Minister Karki termed the role of online news portal in shaping public voices crucial. Karki said that the role of association would be instrumental for professional development of online journalism and journalists. On the occasion, Karki pledged to provide public welfare advertisements to the online media portal like other media outlets. CPN Unified Socialist Chairperson Madhav Kumar Nepal has reaffirmed his commitment to work diligently for the country. Addressing an event organized by Bauddha Himal Tamang Gumba at Bhanu Municipality, Ward No. 3 in Tanau District yesterday, Chairperson Nepal said that the formation of CPN Unified Socialist had excited youth, women and indigenous communities. Nepali Congress leader Ramchandra Paudel has claimed that the MCC Pact is not against national interest and some people are just spreading rumours. Addressing a program at Khairinitar of Tanau yesterday, Leader Paudel said due to some wrong interpretation of the pact by some communist leaders, rumours have been spread against the MCC Pact and there was no truth behind it. He also said that the MCC was not a part of the U.S. Indo-Pacific strategy, rather it was a development grant and it should be accepted. The whereabouts of a man and his son who have been stuck in an avalanche at Mikakhola Rural Municipality, Ward Number 5 in Taplejung District for the past 5 days is still unknown. A private helicopter deployed for the search yesterday returned after failure to find them. The helicopter made search 2 times yesterday afternoon. The police said 55-year-old Lakpa Tasi Sherpa and his 15-year-old Pasang Sherpa had been stuck in an avalanche that occurred when they were shifting a ship's set. A total of 382 new cases of COVID-19 was reported in Nepal yesterday. The Ministry of Health and Population confirmed the number of the infection after testing 20,959 samples. Likewise, 252 people recovered from the COVID infection yesterday itself. Meanwhile, there was no recorded case of death due to COVID infection yesterday. You're listening to Radio Nepal's 8 a.m. English News Bulletin. On to some international updates now. At least 12 people have been killed and several others injured after a stampede at a Hindu shrine in India. Police say it was triggered by an argument between devotees at the shrine of Mata Vaishno Devi in Indian-administered Kashmir yesterday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said he was saddened by the loss of life. Tens of thousands of people usually visit the shrine every day, and it is thought that there was a peak in visitors because of the holiday season. The World Health Organization chief says he is optimistic that the coronavirus pandemic will be defeated in 2022 provided countries work together to contain its spread. Dr. Tedros warned against narrow nationalism and vaccine hoarding in a New Year statement. His comments come 2 years since the WHO was first notified of cases of an unknown pneumonia strain in China. Global COVID cases now stand at 287 million, while nearly 5.5 million people have died of COVID-19 infection. Now, the general weather forecast for the country for today. According to the Meteorological Forecasting Division, the weather will be partly cloudy throughout the country. There are also chances of light snowfall at 1 or 2 places of the eastern and central high mountainous region. With this, we have almost come to the end of this news from Radio Nepal for this hour. But before wrapping up, let's have a reminder of the headlines once again. Closed-door session of the ongoing CPN Maoist Centre's 8th General Convention postponed till today afternoon after failing to go ahead with the election schedule yesterday. Nepali Congress President Shabada Deva nominates 10 Central Committee members, including Ramchandra Paudel. Prime Minister Deva says government serious about women's right and women's participation in the state apparatus. And 12 people killed in a stampede at Vaishnav Devi Temple in Jammu, India. Well, that's all the news we have for this bulletin. Our next bulletin in English will be at 2 in the afternoon. You can also listen to us online at our website www.onlineradionepal.gov.np. Also, do check our English news portal at www.onlineradionepal.gov.np/English. Keep listening to Radio Nepal and have a good day.